Hey everybody, this is Dustin, your RV specialist. So I'm out here looking at a brand new 2025-26 Alliance Avenue, and it's here for warranty work. It was actually purchased in Cordelia, which was recently bought out to Bish's, and the customer elected to come see us. So we thank you, Mr. Customer, when you do watch this. This is a 30 BH, and so we ended up having, I believe it was 26 items originally. I think we got it down to like 19 issues. One of the issues was something was going wrong. I'm not sure if Terry's finished diagnosis or not with the auto level. I know he's gone in and recalibrated it. We found that the slide out was out of adjustment and was coming out too far and was actually like pulling on the wall and damaging the horseshoe molding, causing it to come loose on the inside. There was a plumbing vent, this waterless P-trap that was in for the washer dryer, which they don't have installed, and that wasn't assembled correctly, or it came loose. But anyways, the owner tried to put it back in, found out that one of the washers in it had fell, and so then when Terry went to reinstall it and secure it, he ended up figuring out why it kind of vibrated loose. It was the strapping on it wasn't correct, so he fixed that as well. Then inside here, this cabinet panel came loose, so he was secured that. Oh, you got all the drawers all lined up good too, right?
Yeah.
So you just shimmed it like you talked about at the bottom? Very cool. Very cool. So basically this whole cabinet panel was let loose. We're waiting on some putties and stuff to come in from the factory. And then we also, the drawers were all kind of, loosey-goosey and out of alignment. So he ended up taking all the drawers out. He took the hardware and stuff and shimmed it because it was off alignment. So it was they were all kind of dipping down. So got that corrected. Also, the silicone across the back of the sink looked a little bit rough. It was kind of thin, not knocked down in some areas. It had some clumps on it. So he cleaned all that up and resealed that. Then, this was the slide out horseshoe I was talking about. So this room was out of adjustment. And when it was compressing out, they basically suck in at the bottom first, and then it's just all open, and so it just pressure that was up against it. Well, it was disturbing these. So, this is not the best finish work. This isn't something that we did, but this gap was here and filled with silicone, so it popped loose and showed a lot more. So he ended up fixing it. Same thing with this one. You can still see that there's like silicone and stuff up in here that he's got to clean up and take off, and then we'll get it puttied back up the best that we can. Another thing, there was a mark here on the floor. We don't know what caused it. Everything underneath looks good, but what we did find is this trim was cut too long. So he had to cut the bottom of that off in order to let the lino lay down, as well as to keep it from rubbing. So it was actually rubbing and causing to throw the rim off a little bit as well. There were some issues with the drawers in here, but they were kind of normal. There's nothing that we could do for it. They're wiggly wobbly. So the concern is that, hey, I put stuff in the drawers, and you can see these drawers just kind of move all over the place. And that's just the characteristic of the drawer. The only thing that you could do if you wanted to, again, this is not something that's a factory warranty item, because if it was, we'd try to get it approved, is you could put in a heavy duty rail down here. That's for a lot more weight, and that would hold that drawer, more securely. There was also some marks on the lino here, but they do have a lot of debris and stuff and rocks and sand and chips and all kinds of stuff floating around this whole entire unit. Terry's going to give it a light sweep when he gets done. Get that squared away. We had some cabinet doors that were in here that were out of adjustment. This second door in so it'd be the left-hand side, wasn't magnetic latching good enough. The owners thought that there was something wrong with the oven, but at the time of walkthrough, they never showed him how to operate the oven correctly. So I tested that, and I showed him that, and we'll show him when he shows up here to pick it up. Oh, good, you got the door fixed.
Yeah.
So the bottom of this casing down here, he had to cut that in order for it to go back in place. The casing, so both sides of the door plastic came loose and caused the door not to be able to close at all. And so he had to relief cut that one to put that back in because of the screws and the metal that's sitting there. Then he also cleaned and resealed around the bathroom sink. So same kind of scenario. The sealant around the sink wasn't that good shape. There was a panel that was loose behind this wall, except for, you can't take the door out. You'd have to take the door out and take everything in here completely apart in order to get back in there. So he went in there and pinned it with some screws to get it squared away for now, and it's fine. It's not going to go nowhere or anything like that. But sometimes these little bitty staples that are in here, they'll either get shot, and it's just air, so they'll get shot and it's wood. So it can go all the way through the wood and then get loose and pop loose. And that can just be from, flexing, vibration. Somebody could have, smacked the wall hard or bumped up against it, slammed the door hard. The door could have came open and travel and bounce, which it doesn't look like it did. But things happen and come loose to where, every once in a while you need to come in and do some touch-ups. And again, that kind of stuff typically not under warranty. If it's a fastener failure or something that they installed incorrectly, we're going to ask them for assistance on that. But these things do shake, rattle, and flex going down the road. There's a couple things that we're not going to be able to resolve while the unit's here until it comes back. But this barn door, the rubber bumpers got damaged from the door smacking against it, and the guides at the bottom, we're waiting on new guides to come in as well. We're also waiting for an additional latch for the doors. I think you said you went ahead, you were able to reposition that one, right? Because it was the screw that wasn't lining up.
About got everything buttoned up.
All right. So if you didn't know, this is Terry. Terry's kind of like our dot the I, cross the T kind of guy. He does all our paint and body work. He does flooring. He does all the cosmetic stuff. He does inside and out. Pretty much, there's not too much that he doesn't do here. But it looks really good, Terry. You did a good job, man. So if you come in and you're like, hey, I want Terry to look at it, you can pretty much meet all our guys all online. Terry likes Coors Light.
Yep.
And so if you want a really good extra job, you'll be like, hey, I got Terry's Coors Light in the compartment for him.
Just bring it stocked in the fridge.
Yeah, just stock it in the fridge cold, right?
Yeah.
Little note, Terry, grab one. It's for you, right?
Leave it in the fridge.
Leave it in the fridge, right? So anyways, hope you enjoy these videos. This is actually a really beautiful coach. If you didn't know, we do obviously do Alliance warranty. We're authorized service center for them. And they've been pretty good so far to work with. We haven't had no issues. We appreciate the partnership with them, and we look forward to helping more of the customers in need. If you're unsatisfied with your dealership and you need help, or you have some unresolved issues or concerns, feel free to give us a holler. And if you can join us on our Facebook group. So we have over 30 Facebook groups, and I've lost track. I think we're like, 300,000 following, but it's not really the following. It's more so like I would say, so our Alliance group has, I think, 3,800 people in it, which is not much. It's still growing. But our Grand Design group, which we have a ton of Grand Designs always here, that group's at like 51,000. So the difference between like views, we don't really get paid for those views because they're in groups, but it's just more or less for us to get the word out who we are, what kind of work we do here, and then help each other, in the community. So those things that we share and post that we put out, it helps the mobile guys, it helps repair shops, it helps dealerships, it even helps the factories that are seeing these videos. And so, it's all a collaboration. Like, we'll build them and they'll put them together and they'll ship them, but they don't, it's impossible for them to test. Every person drives them, softer, harder. Every person takes them up and down different types of roads, uses different trucks, uses different pin boxes and hitches, and, just dog hauls them, so whether you drive them nice and gently or you're really rough with them, that's what we're here to find out. Like, when things come loose, all these items that are wrong with this unit all get coded. And so they can go back to like, well, did somebody use the wrong staple? Did somebody have a bad day? What happened to it? Why did it do that? Is it a part failure? What was going on? So it kind of helps them out as well. But anyways, if you check out our group, it's Alliance RV Owners, Maintenance and Repairs, and the RV Shop with Dustin and the guys like Terry. And there's 10 of us here. And so we encourage you to go ahead and join that group. Feel free to post pictures, videos. If you've done an upgrade, an accessory, anything to it, you're more than welcome to share that on there. It's an open platform. It's not controlled by anybody but me. There's a few customers in any of those groups that will help reply back, different ones. There's even guys that are technicians and stuff in them that maybe work for a dealership that sells Alliances. So sometimes we'll lean on those guys and say, hey, have you seen this? What's going on? And they'll report back to us or tell us as well. So it's like a family. So anyways, you guys have fun. Stay safe. It's coming up on end of the month, so we should be starting to get some more heat here in Lodi. If you haven't ever been to Lodi, you know, it's kind of cool. We are 45 minutes south of Sac. We are the capital of the United States for Zinfandel wines, and we're the home of A&W root beer, along with other stuff. We've got the Delta Loop here that's famous. Big trees, you know, the big sequoias, they're not that far away. We got Tahoe, Reno close. You know, Sacramento Capital close is, like I said, 45 minutes away. There's lots of stuff to do here. There's foothills are here. There's Indian casinos all over everywhere. There's so much wine tasting that it's unreal. But there's all kinds of stuff to come and do here. So whether you're traveling through, check out our website. You can see like local places to stay, things to do and whatnot as well. So, all right. Well, thanks so much for watching. This is Dustin and Terry, your RV specialist.